Whoever did the electrical in here messed up badly. The only way I can get power to these two outlets is to keep the lights on. And that's a problem because the pump for the Desert Plunge has to run continuously. So I'm gonna try to fix it and I'll take you through the process and maybe you'll learn something about electrical. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just go up and try to visually track down the wires. It's about to get crazy hot up here, so I'm gonna set up a fan. It's a mess up here, but we got a wire that looks like it's feeding that outlet that wraps around and gets power from over there, so I'm gonna check that out. Just to speed up the process, I'm gonna break out some fancy equipment. There's other ways to track this down, but this is gonna send a signal through the circuit, and this is the receiver. So this is in that same circuit. I'm going to assume that it is hooked to that same outlet. So this is just absolute chaos up here, but I think I've tracked it down. We've either got power in this box feeding this box, or we've got power coming from here to there. So before I kill the power, I want to find out where the power's coming from, and I can figure that out by taking this apart. So this wire's hot, and this wire's not. That tells me there's power coming from this box and being fed from this wire over to that other box. All right, so I've got no power in here. I gotta take this mess apart. They had 5 wires in a single gang box. That's too many, so I'm gonna put it in a 2 gang. So what I did was actually very simple. The wire that's coming up that feeds the light has a junction in it. Normally it would just run straight to the light, but the wire that was feeding the outlets was tied into that instead of being tied into the wire that's feeding power to everything. So I pulled it off of the switch, tied it to constant power, and everything should be good. Now I gotta put a blank cover on here, staple these wires, but I gotta go down to get all that stuff. All right, let's check it and see if it works. All right, so I'm gonna hit the switch, it's gonna kill the light, and we'll see if there's still power on that tester. Still power, baby. Sometimes it's an easy fix like that. I honestly thought I might be pulling new wires. You saw the state of the electrical work up there. The previous homeowner did a lot of work and I've had to undo a lot of it. But that's kind of expected when you buy a fixer-upper house. But thanks for watching. I hope you learned at least one thing about electrical. And if you did, please like and follow.